Now, yet again, I'm not saying I'm the center of the universe. I know that's what it gives. I'm okay with giving. I'm all right with giving. As long as the audio good. As long as the audio good. What we doing here? Well, I can't even move this shit. Help me. I'm recording a YouTube segment, Mom. I'm recording a YouTube segment, Mom. Stop messing with the camera. Mom, fix the camera. Mom! Mom! I sound like that one dude from that episode of Black Mirror. Mom, just triggered everybody in the audience. Okay, so for the fact that you quite literally sat through my skit, you have to hit the like, you have to hit the subscribe. Look, the waves is spinning. What else can I give you? Give me a little something. Hit the bell to stay notified if you feeling like you want to touch the tip a little. I am 51 minutes into my stream, and it is time for the main event of my evening. Not even close. I fear 3 to 4 different things are all going to come about from what's about to happen over the next couple of weeks. I treat my audience as though they are not stupid. If you do not know what the situation is about, by the end of it, you will. I'm going to move forward as though you, the person who clicked on this video, click on videos because either you think I'm attractive, you think I'm buff. This should be the fucking thumbnail. Or you online. For those of you who are not online, you know exactly who I am. I'm that motherfucker that smokes and tells a story that could be 20 minutes in 3 hours, and you love it because ain't shit else to do while we smoking. People be like, you talk a lot when you smoke. Yeah, because y'all be sitting there. Anyway, I'm not the center of the universe, but I damn sure seem to be the center of y'all's because it seems like everything I have ever said about anything related to this website has come to pass. Now, let's start from the beginning. I said specifically when I came onto this platform that it felt very inauthentic that people would get ahead based on their connections to other people when we are in the business of entertainment that is live streaming. This is not where comedians come to let other people know about other comedians. There is no headliner. There are no opening acts. There is no co-headliner. There is no tour package. You get a buffet of over 1 million creators, and eventually you have to pick one. Therefore, for every 1 million creators, there should be at least one person who is a fan of their work, i.e., them. The second person is your first viewer. If I said to you that you stream at the time this person streams, they really like your content, they will have to give up streaming in order to join you on your crusade as you begin your growth and ascension on the internet. Now you might be wondering, bro, what the fuck are you talking about? What do you even mean by that? This is just some of the things I think about while y'all niggas rap. I don't hear you. I don't hear you. Anyway, besides the goods reference, I told you that when push comes to shove, if somebody is pressed for a job, a task that relies on more than, damn, a lot of people watch you on this one website, that people will fold. Mr. Beast got a Netflix deal. What the fuck happened with that show? And we're still unpacking that, right? People who are good at live streaming or get the luck of the draw with the algorithm do not need to host WWE events. Like Cardi B being the host of SummerSlam. Cool. cool. I Show Speed being the host of WrestleMania don't fit the profile. He better as he took a spear. He could probably cut a little bit of a promo. We're gonna have to teach him a little, but you wouldn't just throw him in there unless this was 1995 and you got a Vince Russo type dude in there. Maybe, but this all culminates from the first point. Your inauthenticity is going to force people who are authentic to address you in a way that is a condemnation of you as a person. Because your ideals spread through every action you partake. People have said this before. Oh, I have one belief and you're just going to tell me that I'm feeling all of this? You're going to deny my work because of one thing that I said? And I said to you, in a conversation where someone can't stop you, you are directly typing these thoughts out online because your brain does not function to think about the chatter who's on SSI and wants to give you money but is literally scraping by. You upsetting that one chatter probably isn't going to set your whole career ablaze. But then if you do it to 2, there's a pattern. 3, there's a pattern. 4, whoa! And in everybody's hyperbolic online state of living, objective reality, like a genocide, becomes a point of contention because your feelings on the matter, in theory, either make you do one of 2 things: support the cause or shut the fuck up. Y'all keep picking the third option. Instead of, I'm going to not support the cause for these reasons that are specific to me, and then not shut the fuck up about it. And if you would spend your time typing this out, and I'm being very literal here, if your actions in your brain say it is time for me to respond to this person on Twitter, to finally make a tweet, or to finally make an Instagram post or a Substack, I don't know what the fuck you nerds be doing these days. What ends up happening is people take you at your word. You had a chance to edit. You had a chance to proofread. You had a chance to put it through AI if you one of them freaks. And that is the statement you came up with. It calls into question why you would be so gung-ho to make your entire personality, for the sake of argument here, it's a good thing here, the genocide in Palestine. But if you travel back down 10 layers of consistency, 10 layers of conformity, if you jump back down to ground level with the normal people. So wait, you mad like we all got to be on the same page about this, but you can't find it in your brain to figure out like how low stakes the situation is, and like how you could just like say, you got us, or like you can tell by the tone and intention and the inflection and the way people speak, and then they jump to part 2. Not part 2 of this. We haven't even started the video yet. This is your fucking intro. Point number 2. When people take you literal, you become a facsimile of yourself. You become a theory wrapped in a persona. You think because you're doing it right here, you see this right here, these 4 boxes, and you're like, I'm watching content. No, I'm in your living room. I'm smoking with you. The dynamic is different. But because our brains are kind of warped from, the hellfire that is Earth right now, you don't know how to disconnect those feelings from your reality. Your reality is whatever I say on the screen can't bother you. You could click off at any time. That probably pissed off enough people that they clicked off just right now. but you can't click out of a conversation in real life. You can try. Depending on the person, you can just get up and walk away. But then there's an action, which requires a reaction, an emotional response. You see how it becomes pragmatically the same thing? So if Taylor Lorenz puts out an article and your first instinct is, no matter who's saying it, if you are attacking Taylor, this is the right decision to make, it can literally call your entire identity into question because you can't even breathe for a second. I'm not going to let anybody slander my name. Like 6 niggas online is talking about it. Actually, this is the, yet again, 2025 playing it. Nope. You're getting memes in the middle of my YouTube videos the same way my Twitch stream gets it. And you could suck my dick about it.
I thought the marginalized were supposed to have a voice.
It's making you emotional. Talk about that.
Well, God, you know.
Release them files, brother. Like, beyond distractions. We're getting paid to post our opinions. Don't you want to be happy for creators that can make a living? And none of y'all even trying to, like, this is where I get egotistical, which is point number 3. And I said this, it boils down to 3 things that are going to happen. 1, everybody is going to memory hole this because that's what should happen, but it shouldn't happen because the lines are drawn and use a pitch one way or another. 2, everyone's going to go so far on the defense that no matter what happens now, cliques will reform themselves, just as they did in 2020, around the identity of the left is harming liberals and we're okay being liberals and we're just going to reintroduce neoliberalism as a constant online topic once again. Or the secret third option, the point that I get egotistical about. The thing that I wish would happen, but I know is such a long shot from happening. Maybe this introduction will teach people to make better people famous. Because y'all getting paid more money than I've made this entire time. And you don't even put effort into the content. You not doing nothing outside of talking. You don't announce. You don't MC. You don't rap. You don't write. You don't read. You don't make the videos. You don't do VFX. You don't do SFX. You download template packs. How can I respect the man who made his album art on Canva? You're so cookie cutter generic bullshit. But because you are making strides, because people say they believe in you, you believe in yourself. But you're working from a framework that people don't understand. You're a full-time content creator. You don't make enough content to make full-time nothing. Sitting up here on Twitch is not making content. You are a live streamer. This is not content. This shit is... I'm going to take that word and shoot it out back, bro. You won't even call yourself artists. I remember that was the one point everybody really liked that I made on the Leftist Mafia when I made my appearance. Why are we pigeonholing ourselves to being called content creators? You know how hard it is to manage a live stream and be entertaining for 8 hours? The Late Show is 1 hour a week. You know how many people work on a TV show crew to get that episode out the next day? So you jump to conclusions, you pick your fights and choose who you want to defend you as long as they agree with you, and it all kind of funnels down into when I put you in a hole and I start asking you a question or two, you fold under questioning. I thought y'all were friendly. Hold on, give me 1 second. The real tragedy is why no one tried to hook the paradigm shift with that chorus money. I thought y'all were friendly. For those of you watching on YouTube, keep that thought in the back of your head because that's going to be something that I'm going to talk about at the very end. The very end. Or you could just skip to there if you want the drama. Before we get into how I was directly involved, I just want you to hear one of the responses. Let's do this piece by piece, taking every single big kind of cog in the machine and seeing what output it gives us.
Damn it, Taylor, you caught me. You caught me like Colonel Mustard in the Library of the Candlestick. You got the clue, girl. You did it.
Immediately, I'm pissed off because this goes into what I've been saying for years. You people are inauthentic. Just, you're not, nobody fucks with you. I could feel that nobody fuck with you. You know what I mean? Like, do people forget that, like, people go outside, people do things with their lives? Like, I could tell, like, when you the dusty nigga at the job that don't nobody want to talk to.
This is what we talking about, real journalism. I'm talking about she's giving Diane Sawyer a run for her motherfucking money.
What is it? Diane, tell me. Do you know? Do you really know? Do you really know?
No, you know.
Thank you.
Let me start off by saying this. Taylor Lorenz, you're a piece of shit, and I don't know how you can call yourself a journalist, but...
See? This is what I'm talking about. Like, does that not scream bullshit immediately? I don't know how you could call yourself a journalist. Did I not just spend the first almost 15 minutes of this video directly talking about how one choice that you make, one speech, one voice that you give can indict your entire persona? But you're not attacking her persona, you're attacking her profession. Why? What's the one thing that indicts her for that? That she talked about you for the first time? That you had a choice to edit this. I'm not even going to go back into that conversation. Like, you had a choice in everything you could have said. And, like, the first thing you say is, you're a piece of shit. But let's hear you out. Why is Taylor Lorenz a piece of shit? I'm tired of telling people that I could be one of the greatest orators in the world. Maybe of modern history if I really, really swung for the fucking fences. And yet, people are telling me how I'm supposed to feel about people I've never met. Please, go on, sir. We'd love to hear you.
Without even doing a lick of fucking research.
It's not a fucking tabloid rag, dog.
You're just thirsty. So I want you to drink this up. You said in your article that we are not allowed to disclose the fact that we are cohorts of chorus. If that's the case, then why did on November 20th, to be precise, 2 weeks after the election, I had a donation link and a video disclosing the fact that I was trying to partner up with Chorus where we were trying to get funding. There was a donation link and it's still up there in my bio. This isn't breaking news.
Skipping an entire part of the article which talks not about the fact that you're not allowed to disclose it, but you're not allowed to disclose any opinions or any collaborations that come through Chorus. That is in your contract. I know that because I remember you, and I remember that video, and I remember specifically saying, wow, this shit sounds kind of cool, but you know, I don't want to take money from people I don't know in order to speak, like, to just live my life. I kind of want to keep doing what I'm doing. Like, I just want a little extra stipend. Do they have, like, lookouts?
My followers know. Everybody knows. We hosted forums. I'm confused on how this is news. And secondly, you wrote about Chorus before. Did you not write an article saying that they weren't paying content creators, Chorus isn't doing anything?
Ladies and gentlemen, for those of you who are audio only listeners, I'm going to read to you the part that he's not highlighting. After knocking on the doors of lawmakers' offices unannounced, creators were able to secure some decent content. Collectively, the group's content generated over 53 million views. But afterwards, they were asked to submit the content they created to Chorus in order to get their travel costs reimbursed. No creators were paid for the content they made. This irked the creators, who felt like Chorus now wanted to use their content to put into a deck in order to show the Democrats who hired Chorus how successful their activation was, when in reality, the creators say they received little to no support. But you're framing the sentence? Gee, I wonder if, like, you pissed off an org and the creators that, like...
Thing that content creators feel like they're not getting paid. They're doing free labor, this, that, and the other. So which one is it? Are we getting paid? Are we not getting paid? What the fuck do you really know? Thirdly, and apparently, we're not allowed to bash Democrats or actually give them any type of constructive criticism. However, I swear I'd be on damn Bernie Sanders' ass like fly.
So does this chatter I have in my chat called Cagnadian. That means nothing. That means nothing.
On shit. I do recall my video going viral of what the fuck Chuck when
that means nothing.
I called him out about the continuing resolution and how he did not hold the motherfucking line with.
That's what you called him out for? What about the genocide in Gaza? You haven't brought that up once in this video. Now, I'm skipping ahead to a very, very important thought and a thread that will happen all throughout this video, but just remember, like, this has nothing to do with the actual problems with the Democratic Party. Also, notice he didn't mention Kamala Harris.
With the rest of the damn Democrats in the House. Because motherfuckers like this will not get the job done. How can you sit here and say that you care about us, but you're selling us to Elon Musk and Donald Trump? I don't see how you can say that you care about Medicaid and you care about veterans and all these other things, but you said that you're gonna vote for this shit. What are we doing here? I'm confused. Nothing you're saying is making any sense, and my platform shows something of the contrary, man.
Okay. I have 1,000 videos. It's probably more than a lot of people do over time. Probably getting close up to 1,200 videos. Remember how I said that one thing earlier? And I'm going to keep making references to what I said earlier just to show you how this could be done. Remember earlier when I said one statement can indict your entire persona? It's very funny how you're starting to see a trend in just how this one person is doing it. Just one person is doing it, besides everybody else that you know. But look at this video I posted. But look at this tweet I made. Not consistency in your behavior. Things that you have to pluck from the ether to prove your innocence. Your persona doesn't speak for itself. So you can't use your persona to speak for itself. So who are you talking to?
Damn. Ain't been nothing but full transparency over here, sis. Seems like you're just a saltine salad. Eat you a salad, sis. You're not yourself when you're hungry. Make sure you get a lot of croutons and some ranch dressing to match your complexion, because that's really what it comes down to, isn't it? Y'all are so used to content creators always doing shit for free, and y'all don't think that we deserve the funding when the
Walking Dead, Season 4. That right there, sir, is a lie. Now, that he killed our friend. You say he's good people. I just don't know about that. I think that right there is a lie. That right there is a lie. Is this an actual case of playing the race card? Yes. Yes, an actual pull of the race card. That is a lie.
He's doing shit for free, and y'all don't think that we deserve the funding when the mere fact of the matter is people rely on influencers, particular content creators, to get their news because we understand that corporate media isn't reliable anymore. This is like the second failed article that you wrote about Chorus. And since you don't know shit about it, let me tell you about it. Chorus is a cohort working with content creators for us to get trained and paid.
We do not need training for this.
And the training is so that we can be better.
Apparently, we have an update. The uncommitted party are crying now that Kamala lost. We warned you our protest voting with blah, 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 Ryan Sheet. Making another Starbucks run. Does anybody want anything? I never stopped going to Starbucks. I would like a hot steaming cup of uncommitted tears, please. I went this morning and after work. Starbucks hitting at the right time. Starbucks order. Starbucks order. Starbucks order. We're about to start mass deportations November 8th, 2024. Black people in Texas. More Starbucks. Starbucks. I don't think there's like one fucking comment here that actually goes off. Minding my black-owned business. See? I can indict you too. Because you don't got no consistency because you don't know who you are. I know who I am. Do you know who you are? But, of course, it would be too simple if we stopped here, man. It'd be too simple if we stopped here, man. Now, if you don't know, I got a personal vendetta against this person because this is the epitome of everything I've ever talked about in my life. This is all the same behavior as Republicans. It's all the same shit. My chat is skipping ahead to the conclusion of this video. So if you've made it 26 minutes in and you're like, I really want to give you the watch time. I can't sit through this right now. Here is the conclusion. Maybe I'll put that in the description. Type at 27 minutes, the conclusion of this video is spoken. And when people skip ahead to this, they're going to hear me say, you're just behaving like the Republicans are because you don't have an identity, because you realize your ideas are popular, but there's a populace that just won't go along with it. And you don't want to feel like everybody in the country is evil. They might be uneducated, they might be misguided, they might be propagandized, but they're not evil. And it's time for you to let go of that. If you really want change, you have to be ruthless. You have to be ruthlessly nice to people. I'm going to give you health care whether you like it or not. Whoa, that sounds like I'm going to shove this health care down your fucking throat and you're going to gargle my balls with some hummus and tahini on a pita and eat
Globus
Stop.
_ the _
I'm
elder
gonna
just
fuck you.
resubscribed for 37 months. Type shit, type shit.
If I tell you I want you to manage the Gatorade, don't put your fucking hand in the air and ask for the fucking ball. Manage the fucking Gatorade station. I think I do a good job. I think it's literally the fact that people just don't know who I am. The point of this is, you're all moving the same way because you don't know who you are. Your ideas are popular. I'm repeating myself, yes, so that way people stay for at least a minute and a half. And you're losing to what you believe is evil. It's incompetence that is manufactured. It is easier to fuck shit up and then try to fix it than it is to try to fix shit, not get it done, and then have to go away for a while. You don't like the idea of power. You want power, and when you get it, it's scary. Because all of a sudden you're like, wait, can't I just do the same things that they're doing? Because you have no guideline. You don't know what the day-to-day life of your utopia looks like. You could give everybody health care. People still don't trust doctors. How you going to fix that? They're removing COVID vaccines, but I'm glad that you're getting paid $8,000 a month. Because if I had $8,000 a month, after 3 months, I could start going to other streamers and saying, yo, this chorus shit is paying me. I already done made a bag. Here's what we're going to do. You be into that crypto shit, right? You be into that stock shit. All right. I'm gonna give you $500. Split that into $250 in a savings account and $250 that you can run through your stock market. When you're done, we're gonna give $10,000 to raise for this community effort, and then we're gonna do like a $2,000 CD account college scholarship for like a Nerf game, or we're gonna do a video game tournament in the hood. And we're gonna get all the third, fourth, fifth, and sixth graders so they can get a little seed. They might experience loss, they might experience emotions, they might experience like, oh, so much rage, I wish I could have won. But we're gonna give that opportunity out. So it becomes, you don't know who you are because you're not ready to have already pre-thought of that. Or to look at somebody in the street and be like, you know what? I know the exact 4 things you need right now. Nope, you only think 1. The vague general term for access. As long as everyone has access to every sector of you're playing the movie In Time with Justin Timberlake, but you're acting as though you act as though you live in zone 3 when you actually in zone 8, bitch. And this is one of them zone 8 people that got ahead and figured out a way to scam their way to zone 2, and this is what they sound like now.
Because it's just sort of frustrating. Everyone is willing to just believe lies.
Dog, you know what pisses me off about Taylor? And it's such an ugly, weird critique, but it's my critique because I've felt this from women before in real life. And I know they hate this, but I hate the fact that she never gets to smile. Like, she'll come onto this internet. This is what I mean by critique. It's such a weird one. But, like, I feel like she don't get the smile. Nobody says, great work. No, great work. Yo, that shit was awesome, dog. When you put that 3 sentences together in the background, and I saw the alliteration you was building. The affidavits were affirmed immediately. Like, y'all don't even like what they put out. You just like the personality. And Taylor Lorenz, I feel like, maybe I could be wrong here. She's not trying to be a personality. She's trying to do a good job. That's it. Like, I feel like if I got to talk to her, like, I want to say to you, yo, I don't know if anybody's ever told you this, but I'm proud of you. Oh, she does Survives when she does the podcast with Matt Bernstein. All right, see, I'm not parasocial. I don't know these people. Exactly. I'm finding that shit out just now. I'll probably go check it out now. See how community grows. But you don't be in a community to know how it grows, so your grassroots turn into fucking mush and mud.
Frustrating. Everyone is willing to just believe lies.
The article that Taylor Lorenz wrote about me and a number of other content creators who are part of the chorus cohort is filled with factual inaccuracies. First and foremost, we are not paid to make content. We are not paid by the Democratic Party. Chorus does not have any creative control over any of the content that I make, over any of the people that I talk to, and they have never and will never tell me what I can or cannot say. Contract that we sign does not pay us for content. It is the same as somebody giving seed money to a small business to build their infrastructure so that that business can go on to be self-sustaining.
First, the word you're trying to look for here is stipend. Second of all, nobody gives money to oh my God, the denseness. Like, you must think I'm an idiot. You must think I'm a fucking stupid bitch. You must think I'm like, does it say dead N-word storage on my forehead? Is the Nintendo 64 play me shit on here? What does it say? The Sega font, but nigga on here, like. The idea of a monumental figure that wants to raise money for left-wing creators would give money away for free without expecting anything in return. Dog, I feel like some bitches just really get under my skin with how they try to fucking play me, bro. This is some Long Island, this is some some Nassau County, like Farmdale ass, like, oh my God, Amityville bitches, bro. Oh man, right in your face with it. Right in your face with it. So you're like, okay, you talk to, she's only talking, what are you talking about? What business are you starting? The content creation business? Okay, in that world, only other people can donate to you. It's either that or ad revenue. That's the only two ways to make money here. There is no directly, I do a thing for X and then X gives me money. Engagement posting on X. Who would give you seed money to post on social media? You dumb fucking...
Sustaining in the future. That is effectively what chorus is.
A stipend to pay you for what? To make art? There are art stipends. Are you fucking crazy? Am I an idiot?
It offers small creators and content creators.
Y'all better be clipping the shit out of this because I'll post all these replies to her directly. But I ain't clipping nothing because I got to record the whole thing.
Technical trainings and operational guidance on how to build their own long-term self-sustainable platforms. If you want to get into the weeds about all of those things, you can go watch the videos that were posted by Elizabeth Booker Houston.
That nigga Cagney is smiling deep when you said allowing, reminds me of Bernie acting like allowing mass migration is somehow a detriment to the American working class. And he's like, yeah, he got his little fly hands up and shit.
And Ali O'Brien. By the way, two people who are part of this cohort who have been consistently critical of the Democratic Party since all of this started, which debunks the other claim you have, which is that we have to be nice and uncritical of the Democratic.
All right, I'm not even going to watch the rest of this response because you know what's coming directly after. Come on, man.
Olivia G.
Come on, man.
Liana.
Oh, I'm done. 555. Come on now.
From a proud Texas Democrat.
You was getting paid by Chorus then.
This November, I'll cast my first vote in a presidential election ever. The fact is, our right to vote is under attack. I've seen it. Long wait lines. People blocked from registering to vote. Texans denied our voice.
I fucking get. All right, now you, see ya. This is the joke. You use your brain. I told you turn that shit off, because then you say shit ahead of me. I was just about to say, Austin is there. God damn it. God damn it.
Donald Trump's Republicans are making it harder.
He gonna type in 3 seconds. He'd be like, oh, that's what that feels like.
For us to vote, but we won't let them get away with it. And Kamala Harris won't let them get away with it either. She's fought for our freedoms. She's fought for our voice. But we will only be heard if we vote. As the saying goes, if you're not at the table, you're on the menu.
Amongst the other claim you have, which is that
Was Hassan getting thrown out at this moment? Was that later? I think it was around that time, if not before.
We have to be
a long fucking
nice and uncritical of the Democratic Party.
It's giving you think I don't remember.
It might be easy to convince people on the outside and to convince other creators that the things that you're saying about 1630 and about
It looks like a Star Wars.
Omidyar and about journalism are all true. Unlike a lot of other creators and people on the outside, I have experience in the nonprofit world, the nonprofit compliance world, and in journalism, which is why I am absolutely dumbfounded that your article was even published in the first place.
That's 2 people thus far. Now, I'm going to spare you reacting to everybody's fucking video response to this or tweet response to this. They all said that. They've all been going after, how was this article published? How can you call yourself a journalist? Remember what I said earlier about pigeonholing yourself and one idea can shatter your entire persona? You may not all be being told by Chorus what to post, but they're damn sure giving you guidelines on what to say.
When you submit a piece of content or a piece of writing to someone in an editorial,
I swear to God, you are not about to explain journalism to me. Mr. I've got a degree in it is going to hear the explanation of what journalism is as a non-journalist tries to explain journalism to an audience, degrading a journalist.
manner.
Like, all right, let's go etymology. Journalism, the idea of categorizing a journey. Categorizing.
They go through a rigorous fact-checking process. So the fact
Wired. You're going after Wired? That's not going to work.
that your article, which was riddled with factual inaccuracies,
You haven't even said one factual inadequacy.
was published in the first place is mind-boggling to me. And you're also trying to convince people that the problem here is accepting dark money and that there is a lack of disclosure. Well, Taylor, once again, you're either a liar, a hypocrite, misinformed, bad at your job, or maybe a combination of all of those. You yourself have received funding from Omidyar through their reporters.
That turned out to be not true, and they literally had to go out on a limb to explain that. Oh, you're doing the thing where you're going to clip her out of context too?
Their Reporters in Residence program.
But I am in a reporting fellowship that is an LLC that is completely separate from even the organization, the nonprofit organization of the Omidyar Network.
1630 Fund is a fiscal sponsor.
Dog, the way you... One day when I am like 71... I'm going to look back on this 41 years from now, 40 years from now, and say to myself, what the fuck did Israelis do to the global populace to make everyone lie out of their teeth when responding to a criticism or claim and think that that would be enough? Because all I'm hearing right now is, 40 beheaded babies by Hamas! I swear to God. And you going to say to me, how the fuck you make that connection? Don't ask me. Don't ask. I don't know. All I hear is Hamas.
It is a larger charity that houses smaller charities for the sake of logistics.
Dog, Peter Thiel has 18 different avenues to influence politics. You mean to tell me you think this one left-wing fiscal sponsor doesn't have this? Being a billionaire and being left-wing is antithetical in practice. A billionaire could achieve wealth by exploitation of labor and then turn it around the moment they hit a certain number and allow the workers to seize the means of production. I make $1 billion every 3 months. Every 6 months, all my workers make the total combined of $1 billion in wage hikes. You work in off-season and peak season. Wages go up when the peaks go up. Prices stay the same. I make less money. My workers make more money. On off season, I make all the money. They still work for their wage. That hasn't happened. It's happened once, but we're not going to bring up the name of the person who did that because every time you do that, the conversation devolves very, 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 very quickly in the comment section. And I'd prefer not to do that today.
In operations.
Batman is about the only billionaire that cares, but he's fictional, so hey, Cap, I mean, for reasons that I understand why you said that, so I get that in the realm of like, I get that, But also remember, he tried to beat the shit out of Poison Ivy for wanting to make the world a greener space. Just off the top of my head.
The LLC that I'm part of has not accepted any money from the 1630 fund.
You, Taylor, receive money for independent journalism infrastructure building from the Omidyar network.
This turned out to be not true.
Whether you're accepting it from the nonprofit or from an LLC, you are still accepting money from the same funding pool.
It's not
That's not true. That's two companies that have come out and said, what the fuck is she talking about?
political. It's nonpartisan, and I'm being paid as part of a reporting fellowship. It has nothing to do with politics.
Yeah, Taylor, so are we.
Dog, you're not artists though. This is now where that point 2 comes into play. You not MCing. You not making music. You not playing fighting games. You not playing Hollow Knight. You not playing Hades. You not making shit in After Effects. You're not making anything. What else are they paying you for then?
Because Chorus is a non-partisan non-profit. It is not an entity of the Democratic Party. You are in the same structured program.
Truly, no one's paying. I'm not taking money from any dark money group. I'm just not. And if I ever did, I would tell you.
You go to
Literally, as my chatter just pointed out here, Taylor discloses her funding. They don't. Yeah, we get paid by these people, but they don't control us at all. You know what that sounds like? That's not gonna work for me, brother. Yeah, Hulk Hogan doesn't have creative control. He just, the boss lets him decide when he wants to show up for work and, stuff like that.
your Substack, there's no disclosure that you have had any kind of operational or seed funding for your independent journalism pursuits. Which is how I know that you know the difference between being paid for content and being paid to grow your own independent infrastructure.
I can't eat! I'm broke, nigga! I'm broke!
If you were following your own ethical guidelines that you put on all of us, you would have a disclosure on your Substack, and yet you don't.
Yes, she does.
I am part of Chorus. I accepted money to be part of a technical and operational training program and a mentorship program. I have absolutely no shame about being part of Chorus. I am someone who has been on my own, working and busting my ass.
Our voice, but we will only be heard if we vote. As the saying goes, if you're not at the table, you're on the menu. So Gen Z, let's take our seat in our democracy and cast our ballots this November for Kamala Harris and Tim Walz.
Working and busting my ass since I was 19 years old to be able to...
That's another thing. Since I was 19 years old. You're 21 now! Oh my God, I'm arguing with fucking brand new fucking adults, man. With no integrity. At least don't let me lay that shit up. Don't make it an easy layup. At least contest the 3, bro. How you running ISO coverage right now? That man can't be guarded. I want all 5 players on him. Fuck the rest of the team. Pass the ball to Will.
To build a better life for my children and give them the safety and security I never had. And next year, when I go back to college and
You see that? You see all these bodies over here? I did that. You literally don't have to fight. You could just lay down, and just I pretend I didn't see you.
I'm able to.
Children, they have kiddos? No. Just saying shit, bro. That's why I don't want to talk about every sentence that come out her mouth. Just saying shit, dog.
Finish and become the first person in my family to graduate from college, I will have absolutely no guilt in accepting money to make myself more independent in the future.
Then just be a right-winger. Going back to what the chatter said earlier, it just sounds like y'all both the same group of people. Just be a right-winger then. just be a fucking right-winger then. Why would you say this out loud? I already told you my terms and conditions. If I'm going to do anything to accelerate or to deny the rise of fascism in this country and to deny a genocide, I need the leader of the new Nazi movement to be either Salma Hayek or Aubrey Plaza, and I will be first in line. If they let me get a hug, all of y'all getting snitched on. Every addict you hide in, I'm clearing that shit. I'm sorry. Those are my terms and conditions. Like, I'm sorry. I will sell every one of you out. If I could reenact the scene that Quentin Tarantino got. It's over. It's Jover. I'm sorry. But see, these are things that are funny in their hypotheticals because they would never happen. And if they did happen, you'd have no choice but to be like, well, he did say, you know, he kind of did say, you know, I can't fault him. He is living by his word. It's so funny. Everyone knows exactly which scene it is. I want to go out with a bang, man. Just make my enemies not ontologically stupid. Like, that's all I'm asking for. Is this a From Dusk Till Dawn reference? It is. It is. It indeed is. All liberals are right-wing. They may be to the left of most Republicans, but globally and historically, they're unmistakably right-wing. Oh, for sure. Further point, they don't know why. They don't know why. You're trying to get me to play that scene in the middle of my YouTube video, and I probably will do that if people didn't already Google that shit and clicked off this video by then.
And the fact that you have the audacity to go after creators and say that they are corrupt and that they are twisted.
Woo! Hey, it's that thing I said coming up yet again. One statement can indict your entire persona if it's not solid. You know what that's called? You know what I feel like I'm fucking Chris Jericho every time. You know what that's called? You know what happens when you piss off Chris Jericho? You just made the list! But you know what that's called? That's called...
I wonder about you sometimes, Henry. You may fold under questioning.
And I have 2 videos about folding under questioning. Why don't I ever fold under questioning? Because I think I'm better than everyone. And in order to think I'm better than everyone, I can't slip up. which means I lived my life clean, pure, pristine. I fought my own fights. I sold my own weed. Street brother, book conscious. Ain't really nothing to me.
For taking money that could help them build a platform that could sustain them and their families for the rest of their life.
Huh, that's funny because Ariana said the same thing too.
Is disgusting, and you should be embarrassed and ashamed of yourself.
You should be embarrassed and ashamed of yourself for ever thinking to write about me.
What do I have to do to make people fucking listen to me?
I note this person at no point corrected the record about so-called lies told by Taylor. Here's the thing. It's 55 minutes into the video. At this point, if you still are here to have your hand held, it's crazy. I would hope that you would see this. My problem is, it is insane to me that these people think that we are so dumb that we wouldn't pick up on that. Or maybe there's such a structured malfeasance in this content creation bullshit ecosphere that we're in that people like us that can just recognize when people are talking to us and like actively listen to what they say chime in. It's like, oh my God, it's an indictment of everything I've ever stood for, and I'm not a fascist.
Especially...
No, I've been recording this YouTube video for 56 minutes.
Because you yourself have taken the same exact money.
Repeating the same thing over and over again won't get your point across.
To everyone out there who's watching this, who you may still not believe me, you may not find me trustworthy, you may think that I'm a paid Democratic shill, that's fine. It's within your right to believe that. If you're still here and you believe the things that I'm saying and you actually want to...
I swear to God, if this is another plug donation, every single person who was marked in that article ended every video they made with the same paid donation.
Build a coalition to beat back Donald Trump and beat back fascism, then I'm happy that you're here.
Okay, she was about to go into it. So this
gotta weigh in on this court.
So this leads me all the way to what I will consider to be the final piece in my discussion on it. The reason why I did not read the article itself in point, the reason why I didn't choose to discuss more tweets. I could have went into more personal stuff. I was personally attacked for just asking questions. I was personally like, I could go into all of that. But you know what I think would be better? Is if these examples sit on their own as this is what I feel like media literacy should feel like when it's being explained to you. I'm not treating my audience stupid. You could be 15 and I think you would get it. Because I've taught 15-year-olds. And they get it. I've seen 16, 17, 18-year-olds graduate and go to college and decide now's the time to protest and get arrested by the cops because they get it. Give up my privilege for the sake of a better world. They get it. Give up possibly my life for the privilege of a better world. They get it. I hope you get it too. This person, obviously, as you all know, is the bane of my fucking existence right now. Not gonna overload and overwhelm you with the history on that. There's plenty of videos there. I got people covering this person based on what I've said and done, so it's all good. Let's see what the other side of this conversation is, because remember, this person has Destiny as the headliner for her own independently funded program, independently funded coalition. But let's see what the other side of this conversation looks like.
Okay, I gotta weigh in on this chorus drama, but not for the same reason that everybody else is. Because for those of you guys who didn't see, yesterday Wired came out with an article that talks about a bunch of left-leaning creators that were a part of this dark money organization. I just find it to be so hypocritical that so many of the names on this list, at the same time that they were working for this organization, were saying that I was money laundering without any evidence.
Ooh, but you are! But you are! You fucking... Oh, man. Oh, look at these guys. Look at what they're doing. My name's cleared. My name's cleared. My name's cleared.
And that I was taking advantage of creators. I know that a lot of people on the internet right now are really upset that people were taking money to do this work. And I don't really have a problem with that. I don't think that creators should not make money doing what they do. It's a job and they deserve to get paid for it. My first issue with this is controlling creators. I just don't think that it is good for our democracy to be making people sign contracts where they can't go against a certain elected official or they can't say what they believe politically. And if you follow me, you know that I talk about this all the time, that the Democrats need a strong media infrastructure. They do. And the Republicans have just completely overtaken us in this way to the point where their media infrastructure is so powerful that they are using that media infrastructure to help them win elections.
I'm not going to watch the rest of this anymore. Zico and Sanchez's proof Paradigm gets the same type of Arkham Asylum villains, level of villains that Hassan does. That's what, yo, we got to chop it up, bro. The streets is calling for it, man. The claim is that money is dark and aiding fucking libs, isn't it? Correct the mundo. Is that it's specifically targeting people who already were prone to not go against the DNC lines. It's literally the point of the article. Is that people who are funded to be high-profile Democratic influencers also have to recognize that left-wing politics is a volatile ecosystem in which you will advocate for people to get ahead up until a certain point. Then it has to be rolled back. That's it. That's why it's hard to find a left-wing billionaire, because eventually the morals of how they get the money gets overshadowed by the morals that they're supposed to live by. They have to abandon it to keep the money, and if they don't keep the money, then they're not the same person as when they had the money. So how much exploitation is good exploitation? You would say none. This is the inherent contradiction, but this is baby brain shit. This is like share with your neighbors type shit. It's not cool that one kid per every 30 minutes gets to play on the PS4. Buy more controllers. I don't know why I need to explain being a child to people. Dog, one-on-one melee matches are great, but when you're at the boys club, or you're at your after-school center, or you're at the Beacon, or you're at the YMCA, and there's only 2 controllers, and there's 42 kids in the line, or 42 kids in the room, who goes next? You want to put their names on the list? We're going to be here all day. Program ends at 5. It's 2:30 right now. Tournaments run longer. Buy more controllers. Give people more access by giving them the tools to access the game, and the queue goes faster. Running a tournament on one system with 3,000 participants is going to take forever. Buy more TVs, buy more systems, get more controllers. More people could do it at once, things go faster. More people you get, the more money you make. You see how exploitation doesn't work in a community setting? Oh, did you not see that that was the point I was trying to make? But if you don't function in these communities, an example of how community off-sharing or community building is already prevalent in our world feels off to you. Why didn't anybody else bring that up? Because you don't fuck with them niggas. The The problem is that you left-wing content creators, anybody who wants to picture themselves to the left of fascism, don't know what the fuck that means. It means holding companies to standard. Yeah, we like that you made $2 billion on the PS4 controllers. Make sure none of them break anymore. You're done making controllers. Every person who's ever bought a PS4 got 4 controllers. You good now on that. Move on to the next thing. Consumerism says things gotta break a little faster. That way people will continue to buy it. If you're poor, you get one. You wait a couple weeks, it breaks, you get another one. If you're rich, you get the more expensive one. Breaks in 5 months. This is the Boots theory. The better shoes last longer. But even the better shoes don't last as long as they should. You're both getting screwed. But because you're in a position to sit there with clean feet, you think you're in a good place. Nobody's talking about the actual substance of the article. Far be it from me to even push this methodology of thought out, but I don't think I've seen people even say that it was a well-written article. Nobody doing anything for the sake of doing things. It all becomes public discourse. I don't like it, so I'm going to make a fuss about it. I don't care about your thoughts. I care about mine. I think everybody should care about mine. That sounds egotistical to you? That's crazy. You being paid to speak. My rent is $2,000 a month, and I make maybe $73 to $120 on Twitch a month. So all the other 29 or 30 days, sometimes 27, sometimes 28 days of the month, I gotta hustle. Which means if I do this at the same time, I must really fucking care about what I'm saying. And I know that I gotta be careful, because whatever blessings I get are blessings that I'm not promised tomorrow. Maybe you should try to think about that, because now you all are under review. And the more that I see you talking and chirping about this, because remember, I held off. There's a lot of tweets in that on that browser window that I could have went through. There's a lot of responses. Maybe me and my chat will go through it. Twitch.tv/the_paradigm_shift. Remember to free my niggas, yo. Okay, he said I gotta make a jingle for it, so I'ma just use his song. I think that's the wisest thing to do. Don't you think that, chat? Now, what's crazy is if yeah, this one goes out to my main Justice Falls. They gotta free my nigga. Free my nigga. I'ma need them to free my nigga. Yeah, everybody needs to free my niggas. Free my niggas from the clutch. All these demons, yeah. Free my niggas from the demons. They lurking, they scheming, they waiting, they trying to take your feelings. Free my niggas. And that's the last time I ever do that at that outro. Maybe I'll clip that and end the video right here.